Please.
Okay.
Put your desk.
3 seconds. All right, class. So it might be hard to remember, but the past week we talked about sensing verbs. Now, can anyone tell me what's so special about a sensing verb? What does it tell us? What does it talk about? What's it talk about for you? Actions. But what kind of actions? Yes? What? Yep. So we have emotions. What else, Dawson? Our thoughts. What else? What else do we have? Tanner? Yep, our physical senses like touching, eyes, or hearing with our ears. And what was this last one? Possession. So here are some verbs that go along with those. These are some sensing verbs that go along with those different parts. So we have thoughts, emotions, senses, and possessions. So today, for right now, we ended off last time with, I was about to write a couple of sentences with all of you. So I can use this marker. So we're going to start off our sentence with Mr. Lewis. Because that's me. And I'm going to talk about myself. And I'm going to choose one of these sensing verbs. So I'm going to pick one from the thoughts one. So I'm going to pick one at random. I'm going to go here. Okay, I chose the word believe. So Mr. Lewis believes. Oh my God, I was going to believe for a second. Believes. Now I gotta think to myself, oh, what do I believe? And since we were talking about pollution for the past couple of weeks when I've been teaching the lessons, I'm gonna write something about pollution. So I'm gonna say, Mr. Lewis believes pollution is harmful to creatures. Is that right? Is pollution bad for creatures?
Yes.
It is. So Mr. Lewis believes pollution is harmful. And now, so that's my sentence right here. It is showing my perspective or my point of view about pollution. I believe pollution is harmful. Now let's do another one. So Mr. Lewis. Now I want you to raise your hand and I want you to choose one of these verbs for me. Miles, which one of these verbs should we do? Hate. So Mr. Lewis hates. What do I hate?
Miles.
What? No, I don't hate Miles. I love all of you guys. Don't say that. Tanner, what do I hate? What? And try to think about something with pollution. Mr. Lewis hates pollution. Can you be more specific with the type of pollution?
Oil.
Okay, what about oils? Because oil itself may not be bad, but
Oil
oil in rivers. So we can say like oil spills, right? So Mr. Lewis hates oil spills. I do. Because they hurt my friends like Freddy the Fish. Remember Freddy? Remember that oil? You weren't there. But yeah, but we talked about different forms of pollution that we put in there, and like oil spills were one of them. So then we're gonna go to our next one. Mr. Lewis. Now let's pick a sensing verb. Let's pick a sensing verb. Joshua, what sensing verb should we do? I see. Okay, so Mr. Lewis sees, or we can change that. I'm gonna change it to saw. And make it past tense. Well, I'm gonna choose someone else. What did I see? What did I see, Riley? I saw someone litter. So Mr. Lewis saw someone litter. Now, is littering good?
No.
No, it's not. That is another form of pollution. Like when you leave your trash out on the ground, it can get washed up by the rain and end up in bodies of water. And we saw that with our story with Freddie as well. We're going to go to our next sentence now. Mr. Lewis, let's do possession now. So who wants to pick? Farhio, which possession verb should I choose? Want. So Mr. Lewis wants. What do I want? What do I want, Tanner?
There should not be pollution.
For there not to be pollution.
Stop
I like the word stop. I'm gonna say Mr. Lewis wants, I'm gonna say people to stop.
pollution.
Want people to stop. Yeah, I like polluting because you wouldn't say Mr. Lewis wants people to stop pollution. Yeah, or stop littering. So I'm gonna say polluting, or I'm gonna put a little slash right here and say littering as well. Now these are four sentences that we created with these sentence verbs. This first one right here focused on my thoughts and what was going on in my head. This sentence, Mr. Lewis hates oil spills, kind of tells about my emotions. So that's my own personal emotions about pollution. Mr. Lewis saw someone littering, so that's using my physical senses. In this case, I'm using my eyes, and I saw someone littering. And then for this last one, Mr. Lewis wants people to stop polluting / littering. So that's kind of like, oh no, we have, no. Right? No, we did all four. Yes. So that's something like I kind of desire. That's something I have, a possession. So, just be clear. So now, does anyone have any questions about this though? Before we move on? Yes, Riley?
We have partners.
No, we're not going to do partners. We're going to write something individually.
I
So, now does anyone feel comfortable about creating their own sentence like this?
No.
No? Should we do a few more?
Sure.
Okay, let's do a few more as a group. So, Mr. Lewis, what? Pick a verb for me, Tanner. Any of these verbs. Taste. Okay. So, Mr. Lewis tastes.
It has to be about pollution.
And it has to be about pollution. What did I taste? What did I taste, Jason? I tasted some trash. But calm down, guys.
Remember, this isn't a time to have side conversations or commenting. This is a listening, learning time.
Maybe I can be more specific. Where am I tasting the trash? On the floor. Well, would I be eating something off the floor? No. Could it be like in my water?
Yeah. And your food.
Is it my food? So Mr. Lewis tastes trash in his food. Now I don't know how that trash got there. I don't know if it got there from it was packaged in my bag of chips, or maybe like a cow ate it and ended up. I couldn't tell you. No, it's okay. Thank you, though. Okay. Let's do another one. Mr. Lewis. Bless you. Who can choose a verb for me? Choose a verb for me, please, Dawson.
Smell.
Smell. So Mr. Lewis smells. Smells. What did I smell? What do I smell for, Keo? Okay. Can you be more specific? Let's think of a type of pollution I can smell. Can I smell trash a lot? I can smell trash. What else can I smell? What else can I smell, Tanner? I can smell oil. What else can I smell? I can smell gasoline. What else can I smell, Joshua? Huh?
Nicholas and Natalie.
Presents. Yeah, that animals leave behind. So all of those are really, really good ideas. Okay, one more. No, diapers. That's kind of like trash as well. So I can smell trash. Smells trash.
Toothbrushes.
Hold on. Whose turn to talk? Then how come everyone else thinks it's their turn? You're being disrespectful to him. Stop.
Remember, we're doing these activities together so you can do this by yourself. If you can pay attention now and understand it, then you have more confidence going back to your desks when you have to do this yourself.
We don't do it by ourselves.
Yes, we do. Okay, so let's keep watching. So, Mr. Lewis smells trash, or maybe he smells smoke, or oil. Any of those things work. Or pollution. All those are different forms of pollution when used wrongly. Okay, let's do one more together. One more. All right. Do it. Miles, you are so excited. What? Pick one. Which one? Thinks. So Mr. Lewis thinks. What do I think? What do I think about pollution or anything relating to pollution? Riley?
It's wrong to
Mr. Lewis thinks it's wrong to pollute. What were you gonna say, Miles? It is wrong to litter. Did you have one, boy?
It's wrong to
That's what he said.
He copied me.
Well, what he said before you. So you got another idea? What do I think about pollution, boy?
I
Okay. So Mr. Lewis thinks littering. What is it, Joshua?
that Mr. Lewis thinks that polluting is wrong.
Yeah, we heard that one before too. So Mr. Lewis thinks littering is bad. All right. Now, does anyone understand how I'm doing this? I'm gonna write about myself. I'm gonna choose a different sensing verb, and then I'm gonna write about something or write about pollution. Okay? And we're gonna try to answer a question. So should I do one more, or do you guys feel comfortable doing this? No, wait, that's not it. Okay. All right, we're gonna do one more. One more. I need everyone to focus their attention. So I'm gonna start off again with Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis. Let's pick a different one. Tanner, choose a verb for me. Suspects. What do I suspect? What do I suspect? Brianna, what do I suspect? Shh. Wait, do I have to move? What do you say? That there's trash on the ground. What else? What else can I suspect, Joshua?
That maybe that there's the garbage cans are probably in the river.
The garbage cans are in the river. What do I suspect, Miles? That people still litter. Yeah. So all those are some things that someone can suspect. That's something that's going on in their head that they're thinking. They're thinking or they're suspecting that someone left trash on the ground, or maybe there's garbage cans floating in the river. I'm gonna say Miles. I'm gonna say suspects Miles left trash on the ground. All right, class. Do number. Nope. Okay. Now we are going to go to our next. Miss Pearson, can you click on the screen? Nope, Tanner. Sit up. Tanner. Sit up. Alright, so now we're going to move on into our writing activity. Now, in the beginning of our pollution lesson, class. Nope. Class, you're not showing respect right now with all these side talks, blowing raspberries, clawing at me like a cat. Shh. Go light. No. So now I need you to focus up so we can continue on and we can do this writing activity. Now, in the beginning of this activity or beginning of this lesson, I asked all of you this question: what is pollution and how does it affect the lives of creatures on the earth? Joshua, repeat this out loud.
What is pollution and how does it affect the lives of creatures on Earth?
Hear that? Say it again, Joshua. I didn't hear you.
What is pollution and how does it affect the lives of creatures on Earth? Question mark.
That is our question. Class. Shh. Class. Do we not? Do we need? Do I need to separate all these? Okay. Josh, do I need to send you in the hallway? Okay, hold. I'm gonna send you back to your seats real quick. I'm gonna talk about this. 1 minute, wait. Josh, do I need to send you in the hallway? I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. Okay. So we're gonna do this writing activity. We're gonna write a paragraph. And now these are certain things that you need to have in your paragraph, okay? You need to have 4 or more sentences. And in those sentences, or Miles, go from there. In that paragraph, you must use 2 sensing verbs. How many sensing verbs do we need to use? 2. We need to share about 2 forms of pollution. Who can name a form of pollution? Tanner. What's a form?
Can you do more than 2?
You can do more than 2.
Okay.
But can you name a form of pollution?
Oh, sure.
Like what?
Oil.
Like oil spills? What else, Dawson? What's another form of pollution? Huh? No? What's a form of pollution? What did we put in the water with Freddie?
Oh, we put presents. We put animal.
Yeah, we put animal presents. What did we put in the water? So we put salt, and the salt came from like the roads. What else? Tree dust?
Dirt.
Yeah, we put some dirt in there. But sawdust could also be a form of pollution. Yes?
Oil.
Oil spills, we heard that one. So all we do another one? Sludge. What else? Acid rain. So I hope you all listen. Those are all forms of pollution that you can write about in your paragraph. If you have troubles thinking about other forms, think about the Friday activity that we did earlier and the different things that we put in the water. And after you're done writing your paragraph, I want you to circle your sensing verbs. What are we going to do, class, with those sensing verbs?
Circle.
We're going to circle them. And then we're going to underline the forms of pollution that we put in our paragraph. What are we going to do with the forms of pollution? We're going to underline them. And once you are done, I want you to go up to Mr. Lewis, okay? I'm going to have you read it out to me. And now here are some sentence frames that help you out as well. If you're struggling with starting a sentence, you can use one of those sentence frames. Not all of them have sensing verbs though. And here are the sensing verbs that we talked about during our lesson. Does anyone have any questions about this?
Yeah.
Brianna, you have a question about this? Yeah. Your paragraph is about answering this question. You're going to write about what is pollution and how does it affect the lives of creatures on Earth. That's what you are writing about. You're going to answer that question.
Wait.
Yes, Tanner?
So is it just what you wrote, but like, is it Tanner believes pollution is harmful?
Yep. You say your name or I, because you're writing it. But you can also talk about other people as well if it comes.
So is Tanner saying, could we like copy you, but instead of saying Mr. Lewis, we could say like Hannah, Hoyt, or like.
Well, the thing is, I prefer if you didn't copy mine directly, because I want to know what you think about it. What are your thoughts? These are very simple sentences. Now you can take one and change it up a bit to fit better for yourself. But I don't want you to copy exactly what I have up there. Yes, Jace. Let's talk about poop. Let's talk about poop. I guess when other animals leave presents in the water too much, it can be harmful to the living creatures in there. Mess up the whole ecosystem.
But I think
That's a great thing to write down when it's your turn to write, but right now is not your writing time. Right now is your listening time and asking serious questions time.
All right, I do one more question. Yes, Tanner.
animal dung and
Is this a question? No. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's go back to our seats. I want you to pull out your right. Oh no, actually, I'll grab a piece. I got a piece of paper. So I need you to go at your desks and wait quietly, please. You need a pencil. And when I get this, and during this time, we're gonna be silent. We're gonna be silent. Class, what's our volume level?